The device you're watching this on right now, your phone, your laptop, is quietly telling every shop you visit online how much to charge you. Not what the product costs, what you, specifically, will pay. And I can prove it to you in about 30 seconds. Here's a challenge. Pick something. A flight, a hotel, a gadget. Look up the price on your phone. Then look up the exact same thing on your laptop, or in a private browser, or ask a mate to check it on theirs. The prices won't always match, and when they don't, you're not looking at a glitch. You're looking at a decision a machine made about you based on everything it thinks it knows about you. There's a name for this. Regulators call it surveillance pricing. And in 2024, the people whose actual job is to stop companies doing shady things to you started pulling it apart. And what they found is genuinely hard to unsee. So today, how the price you see is built specifically for you, what they're watching to decide it, and why this might be the least fair thing happening to your wallet right now. This is the secret economics of everyday things. Let's start with what the regulators actually found, because it's more advanced than most people realize. In the United States, the Federal Trade Commission, think of them as the referees for this kind of thing, sent formal orders to 8 companies. Not shops you'd recognize, middlemen, pricing consultants, the kind of company you've never heard of because they don't sell anything to you. They sell you to the companies that sell to you. And when the FTC published what it found, the scale was the shock. Those middlemen were working with at least 250 businesses, grocery shops, clothing retailers, home goods, ordinary places you shop every week. And here's what they were feeding into the machine: your precise location, your browsing history, what you've bought before, what you leave sitting in your basket without buying. Even in some cases, how your mouse moves across the page, where it hesitates, what you scroll back up to read again. All of it pours into an algorithm asking one question in real time. Not, what is this worth? What will this particular person pay? Now that's the system. But a system that vague is hard to feel. So let me show you what it looks like when it actually happens to someone. Starting with a car park. It's been reported that one major US retailer's app showed people one price at home and a higher price the moment they arrived in the shop's car park. Same product. The only thing that changed was your location. And your location told the app one thing. You'd already driven here. You were committed. You weren't going to shop around, so the price went up. Then there's the device you're on. It's been reported that a travel site once found that people browsing on Macs tended to spend more on hotels than people on cheaper PCs. So it started showing Mac users pricier options. Not better hotels. The same hotels, higher up the list, at higher prices. Your laptop, quietly, was a clue about your wallet. And location does the same thing. Reporters have tested booking the same hotel room, same night, while appearing to browse from different cities. A wealthy city gets quoted one price. Switch to a lower income area, and the same room, same night, drops. Sometimes by hundreds. And none of it comes with a warning. There's no little banner saying, "We've adjusted this price based on what we think you can afford." You just see a number, and you assume it's the number. You assume the person next to you sees the same one. Neither of those is necessarily true. Now, all of that is retailers and websites doing it quietly. But recently, one of the biggest companies in the world said the quiet part out loud on a public earnings call. Delta Airlines told its investors that by the end of 2025, it wanted around 20% of its fares to be priced by artificial intelligence. Not by a pricing team, by a system built with an Israeli company called Fetcher, whose founder came from the world of high-speed algorithmic stock trading. Sit with that. The same kind of technology built to squeeze fractions of a cent out of stock trades, pointed directly at the price of your seat. The system adjusts fares based on things like your booking behavior and what it estimates you're willing to pay. And this isn't fringe. Lawmakers have publicly called it predatory. One former regulator raised the nightmare version out loud. An airline charging someone more because it knows they've just had a death in the family and have to fly. Whether or not that's happening, the fact that it's now technically possible is the point. Studies suggest this kind of personalized pricing can lift a company's profits by a few percent. A few percent, taken quietly, from millions of individual people who never knew there was a number behind the number. If this is getting under your skin, good. It should. A like genuinely helps push this to more people who deserve to know it's happening. And you can subscribe for more. Right, back to it. Because at this point, the obvious question is, What exactly are they watching to decide your price? The list is longer than you'd think. Here's what can feed into the price you're shown. Your device. A more expensive phone or laptop can be read as a sign you'll pay more. Your location. A wealthy postcode can nudge prices up. So can simply being physically near the shop. Your browsing. Visited the same product 3 times this week? The machine now knows you want it. Wanting something, it turns out, can cost you. Your basket. Left something in it and kept coming back to check? That's not always a discount coming your way. Sometimes it's read as, this person can't let go, and the price holds, or climbs. How you pay. It's been reported that some services charge more on a corporate card, because if your company's paying, you care less about the price, and the machine knows which card you've saved. And the one that tells you everything. A few years ago, someone at Uber noted the company could see that people were more willing to accept surge pricing when their phone battery was nearly dead. Uber says it does not use that to set prices. But notice what that means. The data exists. It's tracked. The fact that they can see the moment you're most desperate tells you exactly what kind of machine this is. So it watches all of this, which leads to the single most important thing to understand about why it works at all. And it comes down to one simple, brilliant, slightly sinister fact. Here's the thing that makes all of it possible. You shop alone. Imagine walking into a supermarket where the milk was one price for you and a different price for the person right behind you. Same milk, same shelf, different number depending on your face. There'd be uproar. It would be the scandal of the year. But online, nobody sees anyone else's screen. You see your price, you assume it's the price, and you pay. You have no way to compare, no way to check, no way to even know it happened. That invisibility isn't a side effect. It's the whole reason it works. The machine runs precisely because you can't see it running. So what can you actually do? A few things genuinely help. Check the same thing on 2 devices. If the prices differ, you've just caught it in the act. Use a private browser, or clear your cookies before a big purchase. A site that thinks you're a brand new visitor often shows a lower price. And a VPN can strip out some of the location signals that push your price up. And be careful with the thing you really want. Checking it obsessively, day after day, can quietly signal that you'll pay whatever it costs. Sometimes the smartest move is to look once, close the tab, and come back later as a stranger. But I'll be honest with you about the bigger picture. This is a huge, profitable industry, and it is not going to switch itself off out of guilt. Regulators are circling it. Some places are starting to force disclosure. But for now, the only real protection you've got is knowing it exists at all. Which, as of the last 11 minutes, you do. So the next time you see a price online, remember, it might not be the price. It might be your price. Built, quietly, just for you, out of everything a machine has managed to learn about you. And the person sitting next to you, on their own screen, might be looking at a completely different number for exactly the same thing. So do the experiment, right now. Check something on your phone, then your laptop, and tell me in the comments what you found. If the numbers are different, screenshot it. I genuinely want to see how widespread this is. Be honest and be specific. See you in the next one.